Hello, children. Are you ready for some cutting up and kikiing? Are you ready for a gay old time? Well, I hope you are, because now it's time for Hey Qween with your host, Jonny McGovern.
Hey Qween, come on and spill the tea. Hey Qween, it's just a good old-fashioned kiki. Hey Qween, we're cutting up with Jonny. Hey, 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 hey Qween.
Hello, my beautiful gay babies, and welcome to another faggotacious episode of Hey Qween with me, your host, Jonny McGovern. Oh, it's a thrill to have our guest on today's show. We have another legend in the house, darling, the golden gal herself. The one and only Miss Sherry Vine is here. Yeah! Finally! Oh, and she's really bringing it for the children. I cannot wait to bring her out. But before we do that, there's another golden goddess I have to introduce. She's a Blanche in the bedroom and a Sophia in the boardroom. She's had her way with every DL thug back in St. Olaf. And she's definitely serving Zbornak. Available from my album, Songs About the Golden Girls, available now on iTunes. It's Miss Lady Red Couture! Yeah! Oh, well, hey, Qween.
Hey, Qween.
Well, look at you.
I'm trying to keep up with these kids.
Yes.
Oh, they go big hair, heavy eyes, a lot of jewelry. I'm just trying to keep
You're doing. You look like DeLano's black sister.
Okay. I kind of do. I'm giving it like
You're
that.
kind of giving it like that today.
Rock and roll vibe.
After the party, there's the after party, and after the after party, you stop for fried chicken.
Giving you young Rihanna.
Young Rihanna? Oh,
Young.
right, she did do like a red look back in the day.
Long time to go.
On the replay, that Rihanna. Before she was fucking up against Drake's crotch.
Don't be like that. It's true though. It's true
though.
Just don't say it out loud.
That's her new move. Oh my goodness. You also look a little bit like Wendy from Wendy's if she was like a club slut.
I look like the black Pippi Longstockings with her hair combed out.
Oh, I like it. Pippi was like, let me get the fuck out of these hills. Let me undo these motherfucking braids. Let me tease this shit.
Fuck a freckle, bitch. I got makeup.
That's right. You got one big freckle all over you. Oh my goodness, we got Sherry Vine on the show today.
I'm so excited.
What
I
a
can't
dream.
believe that, honey.
Thank goodness, my old Kiki sister from New York
Ain't
City,
that
darling.
wonderful? It's good to have very famous friends.
It is. And she's here in LA doing the Golden Girls. There's a zzz on the end, lawyers. It ain't the same as the Golden Girls, because there's a zzz. Well, they went to court. Like, lawyer Jackie Beat presiding for the court. Your Honor, this production of Golden Girls is very different than the regular Golden Girls because there's a Z at the end, and all the ladies are men. It's a great show. If you get a chance to see Jackie Beat, Sherry Vine, Sam Pancake, and Drew Droege do their version of the Golden Girls, it is spot on.
Yes,
It is
honey.
so good. And
That's
Sherry
okay.
Vine's Blanche Devereaux delivery.
Just the whore of the South.
It's just so
I love
good.
It. I love it.
It makes me want to sit under a magnolia tree and listen to Big Daddy sing songs about the South.
Ooh.
Lord, Rose, hand me a glass of water, please.
Oh.
So good. You know who else loves Golden Girls?
Ooh.
The leader of our band, Mr. Adam Joseph, and the Go to Bed Wig.
Hey, Qween.
Oh my goodness, like a saloon singer. Yeah. Very nice. That's a Hey Qween theme song after a couple drinks.
Couple
At the end of the night. And now it's time for bring out our own very special golden gal herself.
Oh.
Miss Sherry Vine will be here right after this very gay break. Yeah!
Sherry Vine. She's the legendary queen, and she's looking so fine. Hey, Qween.
Hey everyone, Jonny here to let you know about our brand new website, heyqween.tv. Not only do we have every single episode from every season of Hey Qween, but all of our side shows. Hot Tea, Judge Lady Red, He's Fit, Lady Red's Corner, Drag Cousins, Whoa Dude, and more. And most importantly, we have our brand new t-shirt shop with brand new t-shirt designs, including Every Boner is a Blessing. Hey Qween, look at her. Hello children. Yes, Queen. Plus tank tops for whores for the summertime. And don't forget, wear your Hey Qween shirts with me and Lady Red on them to show your support for everything Hey Qween. Buy them at heyqween.tv. Our guest today is a legend, darling. She's a legendary queen who sings legendary songs, and she loves to sing about poop. Of course, it's Miss Sherry Vine. Yay!
Sherry, 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 Sherry Vine. She's a legendary queen. And hey, Mr. Queen. Hey, Sherry, Sherry,
can I sit like this?
Vine.
Oh, yeah.
Spill that tea and get your life.
Oh, thank you, Adam. Sherry Vine, everybody. Yes. Darling. Hey, Queen.
Hey, Mr. Queen.
Oh, well, hello there, Mrs. Queen.
Daddy Queen.
Oh, yeah, that's me, Daddy Queen. Oh, God, we're so happy to finally get you here in the house. It's been a long and winding road.
Honey, I am happy to be gotten.
That's right. Though I heard in an alley, the back alley behind Barracuda, you could be had.
Well, for $1, yes. But you're getting me for free. No, I'm so happy. We've been trying to do this forever.
I know you always zip into LA and then zip back out because you got a million other fucking
And you guys
gigs.
are on vacation or holiday or break, and I was like, let's make this happen.
Let's do it, and here you are. And you gotta
Yes.
be to the Golden Girls in like 5 minutes.
Yep. This is this is going to somehow transform into Blanche.
Into Blanche Devereaux. Now, I love y'all's version of the Golden Girls. It
Thank
is
you.
so good, so spot on.
Thank you.
Your Blanche Devereaux is everything, darling.
Well, it's the most fun, like stupid, silly fun. No drama, no stress, just like let's just have fun. And they're all like amazing. And they just crack me up, they kill me. And Danielle Gaither is our guest in one of the episodes, and she's brilliant.
So good. You and Jackie particularly are giving full direct from the series line readings,
Method
just like
acting.
the girls gave back in the damn day, down to the very last detail.
I think we've now found like this happy medium, because before, like Jackie and I were maybe being a little more like character study.
Yeah.
And Drew and Sam are like
They're all over the place.
so
yeah.
huge, and but it's so funny, and I was like, okay, it's found this like happy medium now where it kind of like works, and I just think it's so stupid funny.
Oh, so great.
Oh,
and
good.
the minute you put Golden Girls out there, everybody just be going nuts.
Honey.
They can't stop. You can do 900 shows.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's so good. You could do a national tour.
Well, maybe.
Maybe if Miss Susan Harris would be okay.
Yeah, come on, Disney.
Come on, Disney. But don't listen too closely, Disney.
Well, it's our own episodes, yeah.
Right, that's right. With a Z.
With a Z.
With a Z.
And we're men, finally
Exactly.
playing age-appropriate characters.
Oh, right. You've aged into the character, darling.
Finally.
Just like the gals were.
We've been planning this for 20 years. We just had to wait until we're like, oh, it's time, girl.
It's time. Let's do it. Like, Mom, let's go. So other than Golden Girls, I mean, you have so much other stuff going on.
Tons.
You have a new project, the Gay SVTV, right?
Yes, her.
Her, right
Gay
there.
SVTV. Yeah, Josh Rosenzweig, who you know.
Right,
who
from
is-
Here.
From Here TV, who has been my creative partner for 25 years.
25 years,
Yeah,
yeah.
we had a theater company together. We've done movies together. We did She's Living
She's
for
Living
This,
for
to
This.
which you were a guest
Of
on.
course.
Harry Bottom. and now it's kind of rebranding my YouTube channel and
running it like a network. I mean, I use that term loosely because we're doing it on $1, of
Right,
course.
of course.
You
we
know that song.
We're also running a network on $1.
You know that song. And we have created like 70 pieces of content so that starting last week, we're now a new show every single day.
Great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you have Sherry and the Greek, which is you, and a YouTube kid
This guy,
named Chris.
Semmers, yeah, who has his own YouTube channel, and we do like, it's kind of like a talk show, you know, format, and it's really silly and fun. And then on Tuesday, that's on Mondays, on Tuesdays, it's Education, where we interview people who have been around for a little bit, like we've done Michael Musto, Charles Bush, Miss Guy, Linda Simpson, and they talk about who influenced them and what they would recommend to like a twink, like, hey, you should read this book, if you know.
Yeah, that is actually my favorite of the lineup. I think it's so necessary and such a great idea. It's kind of what we try to do a little bit here, like getting the children
Educate
the
them.
information that they need, their education.
Totally. And I'm not in everything, so you won't get sick of me. And on Tuesdays, it's our Fashion Police, where I'm kind of like a Rachel Zoe character mixed up with Fashion Police. And we all guess.
Good.
Wednesday, it's the House of Mimosa, which I have nothing to do with these two queens in New York who are total like the modern day Laverne and Shirley. It's
Really?
just hilarious. Thursday, it's Throwback Thursdays with Pickles, and it's like these clips from the Palladium. like
yeah, all the old school
Candis
clips.
and Lena and Alexis Arquette and Jack. I mean, everybody from like the 1990s that
I mean,
played
and
and
that
stuff.
that footage is
Uncensored.
Uncensored?
Well, we couldn't show like any, you know, crotch, but it's
Man,
pretty
it was
scandalous.
right,
That was the day. And on Friday, it's our telenovela Flames of Hell's Kitchen soap opera.
That's
Saturday, it's our short film festival. And that brings us back, yeah.
That's great. I love it, Sherry. That's such
Thank
a great
you.
idea. And did you do everything in advance, or are you shooting
We did
as you
all
go?
of that in advance so that we could start and then just upload
Fully
every day.
have everything done.
And now we're filming for the next round. It's quite ambitious, and who knows what'll happen, but we just really felt like let's do something ambitious and crazy.
Yeah.
We were like, let's do one a week, and then it turned into like, let's do one a day.
Yeah, I love that. That's good.
So, you know, the next step is trying to find someone to pay for it.
If anyone's rich out there, we both want your money.
But right now it's completely free, so subscribe. Please,
Subscribe, that's
Miss
on
Sherry
your
Vine,
YouTube
and
channel, right?
It's 100% free on my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Amazing. That's great.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Sherry. Very
Thank you,
good.
baby.
Now, tell me, there's an interesting story as to how you got your name, Sherry Vine.
Look at every boner is a blessing.
Oh, yes, every boner is a blessing, Sherry. I know you know.
Yeah, hello.
Or
Especially
yours
these
would
days.
say, every straight dick is an easy trick.
That was a couple years ago. But yeah.
Well, that was when you were in your straight trade days?
Oh, yeah, Slow down a little. Now it's like, girl, I'd rather just take this off and watch HBO. And it's like,
Was there a period when you were very much get up in yags, getting
Honey.
down with the homies?
honey, who do you think started Craigslist? Girl, I was on Craigslist one night looking for a lamp.
Of course.
And accidentally came upon this site. It was, you know, M for T. And I was like, oh, girl,
Oh.
what's that all about? And it's these straight men who like, you know, this fantasy. Lady knows all about that.
Lady Red, you do know about that fantasy.
And you know, they come over and it's really cute and whatever. And then sometimes they'll text you like, hey, I'm in your neighborhood again. It's like, oh, shit, I'm not
I'm not in my face.
So, girl, it's just like throw the wig on, light one little votive candle. I'm over here. That fantasy.
I'm wearing a burqa. I'm holding a sheet with a hole in it.
You're getting warmer.
So not as much straight trade these days?
No. I just like, I'm not kidding. I just want to like take it off and watch TV. It's so sad. I've been with someone kind of off and on now for a while, so.
Oh, it's good. So not as much room for straight trade. In
No,
the
he
mix.
takes care. I don't have to ask.
He
for
takes care of
anything. He
all
takes
your
the goal.
needs.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, I was going to ask you about the origin of the name Sherry Vine, because
Yeah.
there is a kind of funny story to it, right?
Well, I guess it's definitely happened here in LA.
Right?
1991.
Uh-huh.
So 25 years now. I was working at the French Market, which I'm devastated.
And they just closed.
Devastated.
I know, because you were working at the French Market with Candis Cayne. That would have been, I wish there was some footage of y'all two, like Alice and Flo.
Oh, I have it.
At French Market, you do?
Oh my God, I have so much. You would die. I mean, first of all, she's going to kill me. I was promised her the other night, like, no numbers, no years, or anything. Sorry, girl. But she was a baby. She literally was like right out of high school. She was a baby.
Oh my gosh.
And we worked there together, and we were roommates together. We moved to New York together. And anyways, I started doing drag just for fun. We would get dressed up and like get on the back of her. I'd get on the back of her moped, and we would down to the Revolver when it was the old Revolver, and 4-Star, which is now I think Mickey's.
Right. Yeah. Before because it burned down.
Yeah. And Shishi LaRue was doing the show, and Alexis. I mean, it was crazy. And so I was just Sherry, and someone was like, "Oh, you know, there's this." Apartment building on Vine Street up above, north of Hollywood, and it's called the Sherry, and I think it's like a crack whorehouse. I was like, perfect! The Sherry Vine.
Perfect. Because you had grown up in Florida.
Well,
you're born in Florida,
Baltimore.
grew up in Baltimore, right? And then you, all your life, were like, I'm going to be a movie star. I'm going to move to LA to be a movie star.
Wow.
And you came here, and then
did I write a biography?
Switch around.
You're good.
Well, honey, I know you, darling.
Yeah,
I did my
do.
research.
Yeah.
So you came and you were ready to just do. You were waiting tables, French Market. You
I
were
got a
movie
master's
starring
degree
around.
at USC.
Right.
In theater, and so I had an MFA in theater, and was working in the French Market, and I was going to be a movie star.
Mm-hmm. And then you decided you wanted to be able to sing the song Black Coffee. And
oh my God.
You were like, how will I get people to pay attention to me when I sing this old ass song?
Totally. I was like, no one wants to see some skinny boy singing a Torch song off key. And so I was like, maybe if I did it as this kind of tattered showgirl. And it was at Trade, this club called Trade, which was in the 90s that Jeffrey Hilbert did, and Jackie worked there. That's where I had met Jackie before, but that's where we became really good friends. And Buck Angel was the go-go dancer.
No, really?
Oh, yeah. Pre-Buck Angel.
Wow.
So it's like this whole history, and that's the first time I did it. And people were like, "Oh, you got to come in here and do this at my..." And I was like, "No, no, no. I don't want to be a drag queen. I don't want to be a drag. I'm going to be a movie star." And then I decided, I don't want to be a movie star. I want to be a poor middle-aged drag queen.
Well, you wanted to be in the middle of the spotlight and get the attention now. Get it now.
Yeah.
So
you know, there was no way I was. I mean, I didn't fit any like out of drag as a male actor. I was like, I didn't fit into any category. And actually, Anna Devere Smith, the actress who was one of my teachers.
Really?
And she said from the beginning, she said, you're going to have a really hard time in Hollywood because you don't fit any type at all. You're not like the leading man Tom Cruise type. You're not nerdy. You're not geeky. You're not like strung out. And you don't fit a type. She said, you're going to have to create your own path. And I really took that to heart. And I was like, okay, I'll create my own fucking path.
Yeah. So you had to tell your parents that after all these years of fucking being like, I'm going to go to Hollywood and be a movie star, you were like, I've changed my mind. Go to New York to be a drag queen.
Yeah, the drag thing they didn't care about. That was more of like, all you've talked about your entire life was going to LA, and now you're going to go to New York. And I was like, yeah,
gotta do it.
Gotta do it. But you know, I love my life. And literally, this is my 25th year of doing drag, and I still love it as much as the first day. Like, I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. I would do something else. And I love it so much.
And in New York, you started doing amazing things. You formed Theater Couture, right?
With Josh and some other people.
And then eventually Jackie and Mario. Did Jackie come out with you guys move together?
No, I moved to New York in '92 with Candis. And then Jackie came around '94 or 95, I think, to do Valley of the Dolls. And just kind of stayed
Theater Couture
on my couch for a year.
Oh, she did? Jackie stayed on that couch for a whole year?
A year, until I was like, girl, have you ever gone by the Gay and Lesbian Center? They have a whole bulletin board of like studio apartments to rent. And she was like, okay, I get it. A year on my sofa.
Wow.
But, yeah, we started Theater Couture with Josh and Eric Jackson and Doug Sanders and Joey Gross. And we did so many shows that were like, I mean, people, you couldn't get in. We'd run all summer, and it was a huge success. Candis was in when Justin Bond first moved to New York City, and I saw Kiki and Herb. I was like, I have to work with you. And Justin was in some of our shows, and Mistress Formica.
Yes.
Yeah.
And explain to the kids who might not know, like, what the experience of the theater couture shows were.
Well, it was very. It was along the lines of Charles Ludlam, Charles Bush, like on that path, but just then a little bit more pop culture-y. Like we did our version of Charlie's Angels before the movie. We did Charlie's Angels, but we were the Angels worked for Charlie Manson, like that was the Charlie, and so it was just kind of like crazy and over the top, and this real pop sensibility and cheap, like dollar Basil Twist. Before, when he literally first moved to New York.
The Puppeteer?
The Puppeteer. We're like, we need you. And we just kind of, I can look back and be like very proud of like some of the things we did for $1.
Yeah.
You know,
and you
it
did
was
them at
so
PS 122, a lot of them,
PS
right?
122.
Because I remember when I moved there, you were doing Doll, based on the Dollhouse.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you also did a very famous production of Carrie.
Yes.
That I think Stephen King even approved.
Totally. That's a gorgeous story. I love that story because that's just a story of like not giving up. Eric Jackson, who was writing all of our theater couture shows, had written, we wanted to do Carrie. And we knew we couldn't do a musical because someone else had the rights to that. But he was like, I want to get the rights to do a play adaptation of the book. And wrote to Stephen King's, lawyer and publishing company, and they just got a blanket no. So we're like, okay, we'll do something else. And literally like 6 months later, we get this email of like, Stephen's interested. He wants to read the script. So, oh fuck, we gotta write a script. So Eric wrote the script and sent it in, and literally like a couple weeks later, got a thing saying, Stephen King loves this, and you have his blessing. And we got the rights to do
Oh my God.
the play of Carrie, and it was pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I'd like you to...
like the entire run sold out before it even opened, and it was crazy.
Those shows were great, and so much energy, and just like, it's so influential, I think, like for productions that are going on, with drag queens and drag stuff now.
Yeah.
That was kind of the genesis of it.
It was just fun. It just kind of goes to show if you're just being fun and crazy and doing what you believe in, you don't need the $10,000 set or whatever. I mean, it was like $1. It was a $1 show. And Basil did also, but you can see the strings and whatever. I like that. You know what I mean? I don't want to do like this sleek, slick, clean thing. I just like, dirty glamour.
Dirty glamour. The PS 122 where Sherry performed all of those shows was it was called PS 122 because it was the old high school.
Yeah.
And that was where we actually did my first show as Gay Pimp, Dirty Gay Teen Pop Superstars.
Are you serious?
That was in that same space.
Downstairs?
Yeah.
That's the Ethel Eichelberger Theater. Google it.
Google it. I'd like you to bring Theater Couture back because we'd like to mount a production of Little Shop of Horrors starring Lady Red as the plant.
Oh
Right?
my God.
Right? Lady Red, come on,
Yes.
give it to me, Lady Red.
Feed me zero all night long.
That's
That,
right.
I'm up with that.
Producers, please see me. I'll play the dentist. All right?
Yeah!
So you moved to New York. You started doing all these exciting, fun things, and you've had such a varied career and long career. I mean, long career. But I mean, you did so many legendary things. Bardo was another long-running night. Now, describe the Bardo experience.
Well, I hate to be one of those queens that's like, back in my day, but
well, back in your day, though.
But it's true. I hate to be like, but the 90s in New York City was like especially, like, it could never be recreated. It was just so insane. Every single night of the week, there was something going on that just, now you look back and you're like, what the fuck? We did Bardo, which was Joey Arias, Raveno, and Edwige started this night, Bardo. And
Bardo was a tiny
the size of this desk.
cocktail bar
it
in
was
the West
size
Village.
of this desk. And Joey saw me performing at Bastille Day, which is at Florent in the old meatpacking district before they changed it, and said, you have to come and join us. And it was like it was kind of really the only live singing drag show
Right.
venue. And it was just packed and like celebrities, and it was insane. Like we did it 3 nights a week.
Yeah.
It was insane.
3 nights a week. And that's true that live singing now it's very prevalent. Miss Lady Red sings her ass off, and a lot of girls are singing live, but that was not really a thing when y'all were doing that.
Oh, no, for sure. There were bars, gay bars, that had drag shows that absolutely said no.
Really?
Like, absolutely no.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And at Pardo, y'all did so many different, you did jazz, standards.
It kind of worked great because Joey Arias is the goddess, and it was like Billie Holiday and giving you that voice, and Raven O was like the mother, and she's my drag mother. And
she is? Raven O's your
my
drag mother?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
People don't know it because they see Raven O now as this hot, sexy, tattooed
he's all
man.
muscled and tattooed
but
up.
That was a lady. That was a lady. That's my
Do you
drag
sometimes
mother.
follow her and go, that was a lady! That was a lady!
I post pictures and she's like, you bitch. I'm like, don't cry, girl. And she was, sassy and reading people and just like hilarious and very jazz, like gorgeous jazz voice. And I was like the clown. And it just kind of like all worked perfectly together. That was a really magical time. And then Jackie 60 and Squeeze Box.
Yes.
I mean, like it was these amazing Boy Bar. It was
Phil,
just
like
crazy.
let's touch on that a little, because I mean you were really in New York in the 90s when you had to go out to meet people. There wasn't internet, so people went to shows and events and stuff every single night.
Well, yeah, before the internet, you had to go out to get laid. You had to go out to talk to people or to meet. And the show really was a destination. I think a lot of places now are times you find that people just happen to end up there. It's like, oh, there's a show, or it's not like, let's go out. We got to go out and see this show.
Yeah.
Back then, it was really like a destination, and you look at Jackie 60 and Jonny and Chi-Chi, like literally decorated that club completely different under a theme every week.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of work, and the go-go dancers were dressed to the theme. The show was about the theme, and it was just like, no one does anything like that now. It was really, really amazing.
And what about Boy Bar? Let's talk about that and the Boy Bar beauties.
Boy Bar
that's
is like
something the children need to know about.
They need to know about it. And they should, there's no one like Matthew Kasdan, who was like this Bengali, who took all these young queens, myself included, and was like, you would stand, literally, you would get ready there. You had to get ready there. Because Raven O was the mother of Boy Bar, and she would walk up and down and be like, put on some fucking nails. I don't like your lips. No, you're wearing these shoes with that. Matthew would fix your hair. You had to like rehearse all week for the show. We would rehearse every day, all week, to put on a show.
And how many numbers would be in the show?
It was like a good hour show.
Okay.
But it was choreographed.
Wow.
And Matthew would oversee the hair. Someone would oversee the costume. It was like a production for a drag show. And there's nothing, it's like you just don't kind of like see that. And you don't have this like, he wasn't like bossy. He was very helpful for the young queens. But then you had like Bunny or International Crisis or Lip Syncicum, who were legendary and did their own thing.
Yeah.
But it was really an amazing learning experience.
Yeah, but the basic training, darling.
Yeah, and I
Drag
think you see a
training.
difference if you're working with a queen who's been around for a long time, who is self-sufficient and doesn't need someone to carry their fucking bag and all of that. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Where some of these young queens are not. It's just some of them are very entitled, and this whole like diva thing. It's like, girl, no.
Girl, no. Get it together.
Carry your purse.
Carry your bag, do your makeup, get it done, get your rehearsal together.
Totally.
And what about Squeeze Box? That's another name people probably know, but don't really know what it was like.
Squeeze Box was, if I had to pick one favorite squeeze, but just because there was nothing like that I had even experienced. It was like this total gay, fag, metrosexual, bi, whatever, rock and roll party. Like, you'd go, then there's no Britney Spears or Madonna. It was like a rock party. And Miss Guy was playing Iggy Pop and the Stones or whatever. And there'd always be an opening band. And then the Squeeze Box band would play the later set with a live singing drag queen. And it was insane. I can't even tell you stories. I mean, the Hedwig was born out of Squeeze Box.
Right, that's where it was born, right.
Totally, because John Cameron Mitchell wanted to do a show, and they were like, "We have to do it in drag," and he was like, "Oh, okay," and that was the birth of Hedwig.
Wow.
And this was before people had a camera phone and everything, and so celebrities would come and go crazy, like Drew Barrymore dancing topless on the bar. I mean, that couldn't happen now.
Right, no, because everyone would be like filming it and putting it up immediately.
Totally, and girl, talk about straight dick, girl.
Oh.
Every Friday night.
Yeah.
This is where the straight guys came to experiment. Okay, oh my God, that was scandalous.
Lady Red, you want to get a time machine and go back to Squeeze Box?
Yes, let's take a trip.
Right now, the place straight guys come to experiment is Lady Red's room at our house on Friday night.
Oh, what's the address?
It's not experimentation.
Oh my gosh. Other fun things that I didn't even know about you is that you performed, it's getting hot. You performed as Madonna for Madonna at the VMAs.
Yeah, that was 2000.
Wow.
And that was crazy. At first I was like, no, I don't want, because there's like, they weren't paying or whatever. And I was like, I don't want to like.
Typical.
10
MTV,
seconds.
like, yes, come dress as Madonna. We're not paying you.
But then I was like, you know what? That might be really fun just to do. And I said, can I be the like a virgin Madonna? They're like, okay. And I was like, great, I'm in. And it turned out to be an amazing because we had to be sequestered because it was ostensibly a surprise. Madonna knew nothing about it, which I find hard to believe, but whatever.
Yeah.
So we were quarantined at the Lincoln Center the whole day. But I'm sitting in the audience like this watching the sound check, and this was like Ricky Martin, like the height, La Vida Loca.
Oh, wow.
And what's her name from the Fuji? Lauryn Hill, like all these people sound checking.
That was a great year for MTV.
It was amazing.
Lauryn Hill, it was Britney and NSYNC, right?
Yes, yeah. And I just remember Todd Oldham also did the wedding dress that I was wearing, and we got all dolled up. We had the rehearsal, and I wanted to roll on the floor like Madonna did. They're like, no, don't do that, that's too much. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, fuck you. And so standing in the wings waiting to go on, and it's literally like this little circle, this close, of like Paul McCartney, Diana Ross, me. Wow. And I'm just like, oh my God. And Diana's like, girl, hey girl.
Really?
Yeah, it was so insane. And I'm just like, oh fuck. And the music started and I ran out and of course just like rolled across.
Rolled right. I actually watched the footage last night. And it's so they're trying to move the camera away from you and you go down and roll.
They were like, don't roll. And I'm like, how can I not roll? I'll get red for that. I'll get judged if I don't.
Free. Fuck you, MVP.
But Madonna loved it, so it was fun.
And she came and shook your hand at the end, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is a good one. Sherry, thank you so much for being here. I love you. And darling, you've turned it so fiercely that you snatched a trophy, honey.
I finally get an Oscar.
Oh, you did. It's a heavy one.
It weighs more than me. Oh my God.
And darling, I know you love dick, so I got you some of LA's finest. You won a lap dance! Yay! Oh my God. Oh, give it to her good. She's a flat off. That pussy. Come on. Oh yeah, he's a bottom. He's working up. Work that ass. Work it good. Come on, son. Do it good, Austin. Come on. Yeah, get a boner on her chest. Do whatever it fucking takes. Yeah, touch that ass, Sherry. It's very nice.
Feeling it. I'm feeling it. Oh, that's like a rock.
I know. It's like a piece of art.
You work that out.
Yes,
You have to teach
he does.
squats, honey.
Lady Red, give us a black lady statement, honey.
Hey Qween, hey Qween, hey, Sherry Vine, hey Qween.
Yes! Thank you so much, Sherry. Hey, Queen! Yes! I don't like to call lady off bitch. Black lady queen. Thank you, Lady Red. Thank you, Adam, and the Go to Bed Win. And thank you, Sherry. You're legendary, darling.
Love you.
Now make sure that you click on through to the Hey Qween After Show because Sherry's gonna be talking about all them legendary queens she knows so well. See you next time, baby. Bye!
Hey, 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 hey Qween.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Well, we started from the bottom, now we're
Your heart
here.
is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party,
Invited everybody,
everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me. And the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend.